Hi folks, usually I do gaming stuff for the channel, but this time around I'm going to be doing a cooking show here. Well, recipes I come up with and how to go over them and such if they require a small handful of steps. Welcome to Tastefully Wasted, title courtesy of my friend Kerry, special thanks to him. He rocks. But this time around I really want to show you my meat. Basic premise of this is I make something while drunk. And forgive the lighting. I've done this late at night, and this is getting started off late at night. I'm heating up the stove, getting this meat unpackaged here. See me showing you my meat? And this is a travesty. I apologize for this. It's my laptop's camera. I don't have someone else to hold it. But yeah, you get your meat. It has to be a ground meat. The stove is on. And as such, doing this one-handed with a spatula or some such will be tricky as fuck all. Hear that sizzle? Hear the fuck out of that sizzle? Like it? Like it? Kind of a stove lighting issue here. But yeah, this is kind of what we want. And I'm going to get the seasonings momentarily here. Get this out of the way, this fire hazard. That said, you want A1 sauce for this. And you want to just kind of mesh it in there. I'm holding the camera while doing this. Forgive me. It's a little loud. So a little loud. Montreal steak seasoning. The fact that I can maintain my balance while doing this buzz is something else entirely. But let's not get hasty with this. That's it. Now what you want to do is kind of cook this until it's nice all done around and such. And while that is cooking, well, that's in the pan, I should say, I'm going to go over here and show you this. Better lighting. Doritos are laid out. I got my veggies and such figured on out. And, oh, excuse me, Matt. Got that. I got my salsa, my sour cream, all this stuff, the Mexican cheese, the chipotle peppers, they're all pre-opened. Now let's check on this. I just wanted to do this just because I have friends that like this idea, and that's really who I do it for, is people that I think would stand to benefit. Complainers can go fuck themselves, usually. Unless it's really valid complaints, and yeah, I admit this is loud, it's late at night, the lighting is garbage as all hell. All I have is lamp lighting. But this is getting all sorts of taken care of. Now I'm going to crack open one of these beers to keep true to part of this. And oh god damn it, seriously. Ha! Opened by the mouth. That said, I'm going to want this to mesh, and you get your stuff ready. But yeah, this came to me because I was doing some random ideas, and this happened to make the list at a point. Gotta let that sit a bit. And really, you could do this with any kind of ground meat. You could do this with beef, chicken, pork, so on. I'm going to add more of this, season the fuck out of it. Add more steak sauce. Just to kind of really sell that little point. Ah, I caught on my own spit there. That's gross. I apologize. Words getting caught up on that. That said, forgive me if the camera angle is shoddy and the lighting is shoddy. This This is a pain with just one man. Forgive me. But yeah. Kudos to my friend Carrie for the title, Tastefully Wasted. Kudos to really anyone that likes getting ideas like this. Trying to make sure this is nicely neatened. And anyone that's really followed my stuff, you know, you rock. I try to keep the cool ones around, the ones that like this sort of stuff that I post and get really, really positive feedback from, encouragement for when I do this as a hobby. Because I make these for friends, I make these for people that enjoy them, and this is a case in point kind of thing. Well, that's kind of bubbling. I'm going to just sip some of this beer. It's Molson, for anyone wondering. Okay, that looks good and hearty so far. Let me hold that up to a different lighting, just to kind of go, how's it looking here? Not bad. I could cook it a little more. Steak sauce is kind of a marinade, boiling kind of thing. Seasonings in there, so on and so forth. I forget if I'm running out of things to talk about. I really don't go into these things with a script. Just the steps and the kind of how-to around it, details. Alright, I think that's... Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's good. Now, what you want to do is just take this, turn it off, take it over here into decent lighting, and get your stuff together. Now right here, you have what looks to be a marinade with beef. Now, you get your veggies. In my case, I got avocado, garlic, green pepper. I had like 3 cloves of garlic. I'm using 1. Kind of make a fine paste out of all of this. And really, you could do this with anything. That's the versatility of this kind of stuff. The Doritos are laid out in a certain way. Let me get... Sorry about that. There we go. Chipotles. I add Chipotles to my way of doing this, my step. It's an added step. Mamma mia, that'd be spicy if it could get out. Hang on. There we go. Come on. There we go. And let me just close this window over here that's popping up on me for the umpteen gazillionth time. Okay. Get the sour cream and such in after I get the cheese. I am going to use the whole thing of cheese to mesh into a fine paste. Or at least a good portion of it. As shown here is a mountain of cheese. Which, you know, arteries be damned. Now, okay. This is going to be tricky with one hand holding a camera and doing this. So, bear with me. Well buzzed, I might add. This is awful. Not gonna lie, I don't know why I decided to do this. Forget my Dark Souls 1 LP, this is the worst idea I have ever had. That said, and this is probably buffoonery for a lot of places. Especially someone going, why are you using that to, you know, tend to the beef and mesh everything into a fine paste? Because I can, and I'm limited. Shut up. Now, after I'm done beating my meat here into a fine paste, what we are going to do is spread it about I'll add more cheese to the top of it, is a thing I call North of the Border. Because it's a very upper U.S. take, a Midwestern take, I should say, on Mexican food. Mexican pizza. And that's that. Let me get my Dorito tray on over here. Let me just... God damn it. This is a tiny, tiny sink. This handling an apparatus with one hand trick might be the death of me if I do this enough times. I'm not going to invest in a tripod because, well, I'm just not gonna. Sue me. Yeah. Anyhow, it's... Good lord. Got the best of me on that. How's this looking? This monster of a casserole looking thing. It's not even horse intestines that looks like that. Just mesh it together. Chips crushing underneath. Get your other fixins into place. I got salsa that I'm gonna kind of glaze overneath. Let me see if I can properly angle this to here, and okay, that looks good. Salsa. Salsa. Can barely recognize it now, And now, the sour cream. Now, you don't have to do it this way. This is kind of just the steps of getting the meat cooked, everything else kind of spread out a certain way. The steps are all kind of straightforward, speak for themselves. But yeah, this whole idea was spurred by something I did one day, and I figured, hey, somebody might actually really like this idea. And a couple of my friend circle, members of my friend circle, excuse me, getting my words mixed up because I don't have a script or anything, decided this was a good idea. I kind of agreed with that because I've been meaning to do stuff like this for a little bit, just making sure I get nice and coated. There we go. Add more cheese to the top for good measure. And voila, some of the process for a North of the Border. Let me just take this over into better lighting with the computer. You gotta just place it on these shopping bags that are placed for no reason. And that's that. Hope you enjoy. Hope you found this kind of interesting. If not, at least, you have the excuse to sneer at my ramblings and mock them a bit. Kind of just treat this as another stupid thing on YouTube. But that's that. Have a good night. Have a happy 2018, or at least have a decent 2018. And kudos.